Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show, and I'm happy you found us. And if you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Well, today is going to be a real short podcast because my asthma is bothering me and it really is hard to talk. So I'm going to jump right into it. And what if you can order your life? So fast food, right? You gotta love it. We live in a society and a world where we can order quickly and receive quick satisfaction. If you're hungry, let's go get something to eat. If you don't have the right outfit for Saturday's event, no problem. Let me just go buy one, right? So that's the kind of society that we live in. We can order up things real fast and get it. But what if for a moment you can order up your own life, the future of your life? Okay? Imagine for a moment, if life was as simple as ordering your favorite fast food. You know exactly what you want, and it's served to you just the way you like it. Now, what would that do for you? What could it do for your life's future? Well, I want you to think about that for one moment. If you can order up life, what would it be like? What would your life be like? Okay? I just want you to think about that for one moment. Now, what if you can transform your life into a breathtaking, exhilarating journey filled with fulfillment and satisfaction? You're probably saying, well, that would be awesome, right? But how would I do something like that, Dave? How can I just order up life? You know, that's impossible, right? Well, I think you have to look at it in a different way. So how do we do it? Okay, I think it goes by what we're thinking. We do this by the way we think, by our philosophy, our goals for the future. We know this, right? So what's available for us to order up our future? Well, that's up to you to decide. Let's just look at an analogy. When you decide that you want to plant seeds for your future flowers in your garden, what's involved? You toil the ground a little, plant seed at the right time, and wait for a while for the miracle of life to happen. At the right time and in the right season, you'll get to enjoy the fruits of your labor come to fruition, for you to enjoy the equity and promise of life in a beautiful garden. Now, that's amazing. It all sounds good. But how do I order up my own life? And you know what? That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. But when we go to a restaurant, we order food depending on what we are doing or who we're with or however, right? We get to enjoy a great meal and we're satisfied for a while, unless it's Chinese food. And somehow for me, I eat Chinese food, I become hungry within an hour's time. When we purchase something to wear, we pay up front, right? And we get to enjoy that outfit, whether it's going to be for the next day, hour, or even a month, right? Depending on how far in advance you purchase that outfit. Now, unlike fast food or clothing, we purchase and we receive it instantly. Life is somewhat a little different. It's different in a way where it's all about your perspective, what you have and how you believe that you can order up your own future. It's how you see your future through your dreams, your visions, aspirations, and your humble beginnings. We pay for it with money, right? No, we pay for it with our labor, with our time. I believe life is like you can order up life in a way that you want through the fruits of your own labor as the currency to enjoy a prosperous future. In life, we undoubtedly know that everything is not served up with peaches and cream, just like the garden you planted, right? We have to put in a little work, and I think that is the change. But hold on, David, that's not the same thing as ordering up life, like going to a restaurant or just fast food or anything. I'll get there. Be patient. I'll get there. So So I do know this. I believe it will go through changes. I think we'll all go through changes. In the fall and winter, your garden will wither away. However, in the spring, you witness the beauty of your rebirth and enjoy it for a short season, right? You get to enjoy your garden like in the spring and the summer, right? So that cycle repeats itself. With life, we are in peaks and valleys, right? Ups and downs, joy and sorrow. What makes the difference in this amazing life that we all get to have is our perspective of it and what we do with the time that we have. Now, in the beginning, I said fast food. You gotta love it. So how can you order life as fast as you order food? That is the ultimate question, right? It's through a conscious decision made when we decide to seek the life we want and make preparations to obtaining everything we ordered. Anyone can change in an instant, and I believe this, by making a conscious decision to transform their life within a specific time frame. When a person becomes serious about losing weight, their decision is in the beginning, their transformation, the seed planted. Their steps during the journey through the seasons of nurturing their vision and dreams of losing weight are the currency they pay to receive the end result, a healthier life and a beautiful temple. In life, depending on what you order for yourself, it makes a world of a difference. So, how are you going to order your life up? It's all about what you think is possible in your own mind, heart, and spirit. You have to believe whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide to order for your life, you have to believe it. You have to be a fervent believer that it can happen for you. And I believe it could. I believe that we can order up our life in an instant, just like fast food. It may not arrive right now, but believe me when I tell you, you can make that decision to change your life in an instant, right now. Of course, you're going to have to endure some peaks and valleys. Just like with every season, your garden will die and it will come to life in the spring and in the summer. Your journey to ordering your life is going to have peaks and valleys and ups and downs and different types of changes. You're going to have emotional ups and downs. You're going to have joy. You're going to experience pain, but it's all part of life. You can't run from that. You might as well embrace it, because when you go through those peaks and valleys, guess what? You're being refined. You're becoming stronger. You're coming out on the other end. And when you reach that destiny you purchased however long ago, it's going to be all worth it. And then everybody else looks at you and say, wow, they were real lucky. They didn't realize what you went through. They don't understand the journeys, the peaks and the valleys and the pain and the sorrow and all the things that you went through to get where you're at. All the blood, sweat, and tears, late nights, early mornings. They don't get it. They don't see it because it's done over time. It's done through your dedication to becoming a better person and ordering that life that you want for yourself. It can happen at any moment. It can happen in any time. You just need to go ahead and order it right now for yourself. You got to believe in you. Don't worry about if no one else believes in you. Believe in yourself. That's the number one thing. Have faith in yourself. You know, the Bible talks about having faith as a mustard seed. I want to reiterate that. That mustard seed is so small. But if you have faith in you to grow, guess what? That mustard seed grows into one of the largest herbs there is. And if you order your life right now, today, only $9.99. I just had to do that. I'm sorry. I'm a jokester, but it's really true. You can order your life right now. Make a conscious decision to change right now. Get a pen and paper out and say, I'm going to order my life right now. Here's what I want for my future. Here's how I see myself my family, and my future. Here's what I'm going to do to get there. Write it down, because it becomes real, and put it anywhere that you're going to look every day. And I want you to do me another favor. As you order your life right now, I want to make sure you have it in your purse, your wallet, in your pocket every single day. Make copies so you can read how you're ordering your life, and you can look at it. You can believe in it, and then not just read it. Say, this is what I'm doing for my future. This is what I'm doing for myself. This is what I'm doing for my family. This is who I am. I'm not a loser. You know you're not, because you're here. You're extraordinary. And if you're here now, you are amazing. Not only extraordinary, but amazing. I want you to go ahead and order your life right now. Put it on paper. Order your life. What does that look like for you? What does it mean to you? Do you want to have a better job? Do you want to own your own business? These are things that you can do. It's nothing stopping you except your own limitations, your own belief system, your own philosophy. All that comes together. Change it. Change it right now. Work toward a life that is spectacular in your own vision, in your own heart, in your own mind. That is my message for you today. Hey, look, thanks for listening. I hope that I can spark that dream where it ignites in your heart, where you would order your own life starting today. I also want to recognize Juneteenth as a day to remember. It is a special day, and it's a day to remember. There is a pulse of what that day represents, and it beats in the minds and hearts of so many people who understand the sacrifices that were made by African Americans in the past. The Emancipation Proclamation that went into effect or signed by President Abraham Lincoln back in January 1st, 1863. That meant that the end of that bloody war, and which I think was almost 3 years, that all persons held as slaves shall be freed. And our ancestors may have heard about the freedom, but unfortunately, some of them were unable to do anything about it without it being enforced at the time. So today, we recognize Juneteenth through the struggles of so many. Although the struggle is not over, we recognize that it has some light shed on everything that people have gone through, our ancestors in particular, through the conversation, ideas, dreams, and movements. My wish right now is for American people to stop, or I would say African American people to stop fighting and killing each other. It's bad enough that we have endured so much as a people, but to endure the challenges enough without turning on each other is a hope that so many of us still hope for. Look at the systemic racism and oppression many of us still face today. The work is not over, nor is the day being turned into a holiday, an actual cause for celebration, but a day to recognize all those who came before us, who fought for our freedom, our equality. Today we recognize the commemoration of the end of physical slavery. Although we may not be locked up in chains, so many of us are still enslaved today in our minds and in our beliefs. So I want to recognize today, Juneteenth, as a day for all those who came before us, and we recognize their struggle. We recognize that it's a struggle still today that we face, but not as bad as they did. It depends on how we look at it, but I'm going to end that talk right here because I think we can really get into a heated debate with our beliefs and our views and our opinions. I am going to stop right here. I wish you guys a great day, and thanks so much for listening. Again, you're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Have a good day.